I'm here with Izan Almansa of the G League Ignite. Izan, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to chop it up with you today, pick your brain, get to know you a little bit better. So, first things first, I mean, you are pretty undeniably one of the most decorated international prospects in recent memory. You got 3 FIBA MVPs, gold medals, the whole thing. So you've been on the NBA radar for a while now at this point, right? But for anyone who maybe hasn't seen you play before, how would you describe your game?
I would say I'm versatile. I like to play in the post. I can dribble, run the floor, and I'm just willing to do anything that the teams need me to do to win.
And you've taken, a non-traditional path. You had time with Real Madrid, the Overtime Elite. Now you're with the Ignite program. So you've had like a lot of high-level coaching, over the last few years, right? Like from Kevin Ollie to Coach Hart. I know that, you've spent time with Pau Gasol too, right? Yeah. So, what are some of the things that you've taken from each of these guys that, you can build on with your game?
Just like the work ethic. Like when I was the first time with Kevin Ollie, he impressed me because like he worked so hard and he translated what he want to say to us. He said it very well, and he like understand where we were, and he tries to get the better out of us. And then the rest of the coaches, like you see Pau Gasol, like just like it inspires me and just motivates me to keep working and to see that the coaches are being hard on you. That's like a good sign that they want you to be great. So I'm so happy to have those coaches on my career.
Now, earlier you mentioned, that you like to work in the post, right? And I think that anybody who watches you knows that you are super, super skilled player. So I'm going to play this clip and I want you to kind of take me through it because there are so many different counters here. So what are the kind of things that you're kind of like feeling or watching on the court? And then you finish with the touch shot in the left hand. So take me through this clip.
The whole time, like, my go-to move is to a right hook shot, but now most of people know that, so I have to like find counters. But I was trying to get to where he was like being physical, so I tried to back him down and then get to my hook, but he was there. So then I tried to even do a fake and get to the hook shot, but he was still there. So then I spin to the other side and finish with the left. That like I don't trust my left hand as I trust my right hand, but I got it too.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much skill there and patience, right? Like a lot of young guys will rush through their moves and you just stayed patient the whole time. Is the left block where you feel most comfortable?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel more comfortable on the other side, but my favorite side is the left block, so I can try to go to my right hook. But yeah. The patience, just like I wait till the defense move, because if not, then there's no space, and then everybody's like inside. So I just wait till there's some movement and then try to go.
Yeah, and now we look how the game is played in the modern NBA, right? And people tend to say that post play is a little bit outdated, right, in the new modern pace and space era. But like I think that when you have somebody who is a post presence like you can really take advantage of that especially when you get switches, right? When you get a little guy on you, so many teams are switching ball screens nowadays, right? So when you do get that mismatch, former Ignite guy, Leonard Miller there starts on you, they switch it, and now right away, they try to get into you, you turn around, come to the opposite block. So when you get a smaller guy on you, are you just like, does your eyes light up like, get me the rock here?
Yeah, I mean, that's like my idea, but then it's hard to get the ball inside because everybody knows that there is a mismatch, so they try to help. When that happens in practice and I'm on a guard and they try to pass it inside, I try to help and cover that pass, so I know that it's hard. And you have to be patient until they relax and they see that there is no threat no more, and then once they are relaxed, then you can just go and try to shield them or post up and then just get to your move.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And I think when you are such a threat to score in the post, one of the things that it does do is it opens up opportunities for you as a passer. And that's something that I think that really stands out about your game. And you mentioned, like, you know, you wait for guys to double and then you try to play into space. Take me through this play, because this is a really slick read here. So what are you looking at, you know, when you are making these plays to cutters?
Yeah, just like watching the defense, and they like all look at me because they know like there's a mismatch. So just like be patient. I was seeing the cut, but I needed to be patient and don't look at him too much, because if not, then the defender will know that. So just like be patient and wait until he's open, and then just give it to him.
Yeah, and then you see Kendrick Davis there. He's in help. He's digging down a little bit too much, right? And he turns his back. The cut comes, and that's an absolutely beautiful read right there. And I think that, you know, that passing is something that really stands out. But, you know, one of the things where might make, you know, a little bit more modern of a game is your ability to play out a pick and roll as well. You're not just a post guy. So here you get a little N1 with the two-handed dunk. You went up with force, right? So take me through this. And when you see a defender coming over like that, you trying to, you know, punch one on them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable throwing like a floater or something like that. So like, yeah, that's something that I like to. But if I see that I'm close or like I have enough power, then I'm going up. Yeah.
And I think that push shot, that little floater that you got, I think that is a really great counter that you have. And we'll see that on this position here. You kind of slip it. Yeah. Big comes up and steps up, right? So take me through, how do you know when, you know, because that's a pretty quick read that you're making there. So do you know that help is kind of coming over before you receive the ball?
I mean, I knew that, yeah. And I just, like, as I said before, I'm comfortable shooting that. So I would say, like, even that if the help came later or it was not there, that's probably what I would do, because, like, I feel comfortable doing that. So it's just, like, natural. I've been working on that. So just, like, when I get the ball in there, I just get ready for that. I may have the lob or even the pass, but just get ready, stay in 2 feet, and then if I have to shoot it, then I'm ready.
If you don't shoot it, now you also have the pass. So we can look again at some of the opportunities that you get as a playmaker. So here, we're going to see, you know, he's going to reject the screen, and then that little short roll pass, you kick it out to Ron, who knocks down the three, right? Like, that's become such an integral pass to make in this little short roll area when that defense rotates. And you made a nice little jump pass. You're looking like Tyrese Halliburton there. So what are you seeing in that short roll area that you see that weak side of the floor?
I mean, I see that everybody comes in, so I just like look to pass, but then on the corner we had not a good spacing, so I was trying to pass it there, but it was like too crowded. So then I looked back and Ron was open, so then I passed it to him.
Let's take a look at another short roll pass here, or this one's not necessarily a short roll because the pass comes a little deeper, but another quick read to Modest for the big dunk there. So again, it seems like you just have a good recognition of where your teammates are on the floor. Are there any like passers that you watch in the league that maybe play your position that you kind of take stuff from?
I like to watch like Jokic, obviously, but then Sabonis too. He's one of my favorite players to watch, and just like having patience and not being like too like anxious or like stressed to score. Just having patience and then take what the defense gives you. If two people is on you, that means that somebody else is open. So just like be patient and try to make the good read every time.
Another way that I think that you've been really impactful offensively is on the offensive glass. Like I think that you have a great knack for reading it, and you go up strong here. So when you're crowded there after you crash the glass, again, I think it comes down to your patience. So where does that patience come from, and how did you develop that? Did you always have that patience, or is that something that you've had to work on?
I mean, I think that is something that I had to work on. When I went to overtime for the first year, then I mean, I'm not as athletic. I mean, I'm not the most athletic guy, so just like I try to use my mind. I mean, I can jump, of course, but I try to use like other things to my advantage. So like I might not jump the highest, but if I think and just wait for them to jump, because like most of the shot blockers tend to jump like the first or the second pump fake. So just like be patient, and once they jump, just go up strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a great finish. You go up strong, you use that length, and hammer it home. Now, you mentioned, you learned some of that stuff with overtime. What do you think is like the biggest difference or adjustment that you've had to make going from the 2 years you spent with the OTE to now with the Ignite program?
I would say the pace of the G League, which is like up and down the whole time, and just like also the physicality, because when I play at OTE, it was like with people my age or like 1 or 2 years older maybe, but like kids or high school players. And then when I play on the under 19 team, it was the same, like people my age. So now going to the G League and like playing against some NBA players, some like drafted, some like two ways. It was like hard for the first month, just like to adapt and to like understand what D was about, because like it's not like when we play for Spain, like it's all for the team. Here it's like a little bit different, so you have like to like adjust. Some people take less time, some people take more time, but just like get used to playing against like pros, and like in a league that like this that is like very difficult, the G League, and just like I would say that.
Yeah, I think the physicality is definitely the biggest adjustment, right? Like it's hard to like it's hard to see how strong like NBA guys are if you watch on TV until you're like near them, right?
Yeah, and even like some of them don't look that strong, but then they are strong when you play against them. So
yeah, who was like the hardest guy that you had to guard this year?
Kenneth Farid.
Kenneth Farid, yeah, the Manimal, right? Yeah, he's longtime NBA vet. Yeah, he's a strong, athletic dude, right?
Yeah, he goes to everyone every time, and you have to fight with him because if not, he's gonna get it, or at least like tip it and all of that. So you have to fight.
Yeah. Did you pick up any little things that you took from him that you can integrate into your game?
Just like how he hustles, like he fights for every ball. Even if he don't get it, he's gonna try to get it, or just like tip it to another teammate, and he plays hard. He set good screens, and then finish strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you're reading your scouting report, right, the thing that teams probably want to make you do is they probably want to make you shoot from the outside, right? Like at this point, that's something that is an area of improvement for you. So what kind of stuff are you doing, on a day-to-day basis to kind of, stretch out your range out to the NBA 3-point line?
Just first of all, working on my free throws. That's like the most important thing. As of right now, during the season, and then, I also like try to like shoot threes on the shooting gun, and when we do like workouts and all of that, I shoot threes. I feel comfortable doing that, but right now at this point, I'm more focused on my free throws, and then just like keep getting more reps, because I feel comfortable shooting. It's not that I don't have a good form, or for me, my form is good, and I feel comfortable doing that. Just get more reps, so I can like be a more consistent shooter.
Yeah, I agree. I think that your form is good, and I think when you really like just step into the shot, right, and you don't really like necessarily overthink it, and you just let it fly. Like Colin Castleton's giving you room, bang, right? Like I think that that shot's going to come because you have good touch on those little floater shots, and the form is good. So I think it's going to come down to just reps and practice, right?
Yeah. And also, like, as you said, they're giving me space, so I don't have to rush it. I just have to take my time and do, like, my regular shot, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think that, that's something that you can definitely develop going forward based on, all the stuff that we've seen from you and how skilled you are on the offensive end. Now I want to, switch over to the other side of the ball, because, you mentioned earlier, maybe you're not the most athletic guy. You might not have like the kind of like high flying blocks that maybe a guy like Kenneth Farid would have. But I think that you've proven that you could be very, very switchable. And I think that's one of the most important things for big guys to be able to do. So I'm going to take you through, different positions that you're guarding and tell me how you're approaching it. Right now we got Jelly Walker, shifty guard, and you're on an island with him. You get a good contest. So what are you trying to make him do on this possession?
He's like short, so I just give him a little space, and I know I have a good length, so like I can contest. So just give him like some space to where I can like contest the shot, but he not go by me. So just stay like that, and then once he should contest, and if not, I'm ready to like move my feet with a little bit more of space.
Yeah, and I think that you can move your feet too on those small guards. Like you have really good lateral mobility right here. We're going to see it. Kendrick Davis, who another small, strong, shifty, fast guard on an island. You kind of shade him, slide, stay with him, and then use that length to contest and get the block. So I think that that's a really impressive possession on both of those guards in able to containing them, because guarding those mismatches, teams are going to want to try to pull you out. Right. So go ahead.
That's why, like, as you see, like I give some space because like they like 6 foot, 6'1", so just like give them some space where I can contest and then just slide and try to like don't fall on the pump fake, because like not here, but like some of them will try like to pump fake, because as I said before, like usually some blockers tend to jump a lot, so just like stay down and just put my hands up and contest the shot.
Yeah, staying down. I think you're really, really good at staying down and not biting, and that's important because those guys are going to try to get you into foul trouble. Here you got Josh Christopher. You're in that drop and you pick him up. He pulls you back out, and just as you said, like he's gonna put a little combo move on you, give that pump fake, and you stay down, and you put him in a tough spot, right?
Yeah, I mean you don't have to block every shot. I mean, I think like if you can contest the shots, I mean they might make one, but if you be jumping for all the pump fakes, then you may get in foul trouble or like just even hurt yourself. So just like if you like taller than them, just stay there, and you want to contest the shot, and that's it. You don't need to jump every time.
Yeah, just use that length. Try to make it hard, because at the NBA level, like guys are such talented scorers, right? So you just want to make them work.
I mean, and as of right now, most of them try to, like, for example, I was watching Luka last night, and he just pump fakes, then you jump, he goes into your foul all the time. So like, just be smart. I mean, some of the time I also jump and I get a foul, but I'm saying that's part of the development to just know how the most NBA players and G League players play. They try to like make you bite and then get the foul or the N1. So just stay down and contest.
Man, Luka's tough, huh?
Yeah,
he's tough. Yeah, you watch a lot of NBA games?
I mean, I like to watch. Yeah, when somebody that I know is playing, now that the Thompson twins are playing, I like to watch their game too. It's fun to see like people that you play with are in the NBA.
And then here, last possession, Jarrett Culver, former top 10 pick. Again, he's going to take you out, try to blow by you. And what I think is really impressive here is not the block, which is impressive, but the way that you're able to flip your hips on this possession is real, because you're trying to shade him baseline and he cuts back middle, and you flip your hips, beat him to the spot, take the bump, and then finish with the block. Really impressive defensive possession there.
Yeah, also when I was young, like I don't know about here, but in Spain when you are young, like we don't have no like position. We don't say just because you are told you play the 5 and all of that. So we just guard everybody, play against everybody. So like I was one of the tallest guys when I was young, and then when we play against other teams, everybody was like smaller than me. So I had to like really make an effort to guard like smaller people. Sometimes my coaches, they even put me guarding the guards. So like, I mean, I was always on a good team, so we were like winning by a lot. So just to get some improvement and just take the game for something, they put me like on things that I'm not good at, and they used to put me guarding the point guards and people that were making it harder for me. So I think that helped a lot to like be more mobile and then be able to guard everybody.
Yeah, putting you in position where you feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and that helps in the long run. Even at first it might be difficult. And it's apparent because the way that you move out on the perimeter and in switches and being able to guard multiple defensive coverages in the NBA as a big is so important, whether you're playing in a drop or whether you're hard hedging and recovering, whether you're switching, all of those things. I think that you've shown this year with the Ignite program that, you've been able to do. So, before I get you out of here, if you were talking to, an NBA front office, how would you kind of sell yourself as a prospect that they should invest in?
First of all, I just want the team to win. I mean, I put the team first before me, and then As I said before, I'm versatile, willing to do anything, and then I know who I am too. I'm not going to try to do nothing crazy. Just I know who I am, what I'm good, what I'm bad. So just like work on the bad stuff, and then on the games do the right thing, and then I can play. I can play in the post. I can make plays, play the pick and roll, and then on defense guard everybody. So I'll say that.
Yeah, I 100%. And so, Ethan, I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm excited to see the continuation of your basketball and NBA journey. And I wish you luck, man.
Thank you so much.